with us here in the studio is Dr. Rosa McNamara. She is the HSE's Clinical Lead for Emergency Medicine. You're very welcome. Good morning to you. We heard one of the paramedics there who Andrew spoke to saying no lives would be put at risk today. Do you agree with that, or is there a risk to people's lives today as a result of this strike?
The reality is the strike does severely curtail how many ambulances are on the road. As was said, there is 46% staffing, but how that translates when ambulances are, having to travel long distances to get to people, it means, it will be felt. So I would urge people, of course, if you have an emergency, ring 999, but if you have a route to get to a hospital that does involve an ambulance and you feel it's safe to do so, you should take that.
OK, well, we'll explore the practicalities of that for someone who may be quite seriously ill, and they may not be aware of just how seriously ill they are. But on a normal day with a full complement of staff, almost a third of ambulances are missing their response time targets for people who have serious conditions like a heart attack or a stroke. No region met that target response time of just under 19 minutes, and some patients were left for more than 2 hours. So how much worse will it be today?
It's very difficult to know. It obviously depends on the type of calls that come in and how the day evolves. But you're quite right. As it is, we're not able to meet those targets. And again, with a big reduction in ambulances available nationally, some people will feel that those waits are much longer.
So what's your advice then to people? I mean, someone is at home, in whatever part of the country they're in, and they start experience symptoms. They're not really sure what it is. It could be a stroke, it could be a heart attack. Whoever has the phone in their hand, what do they do?
So I would say if you feel you need an ambulance, ring 999. At the contingency plan that is in place is that your call will be, of course, taken. There's full staffing at the call centre, and you may be transferred for secondary triage to determine if you definitely need an ambulance and in what time frame. You may be advised that actually you can make your own way, or that an alternative arrangement could be made, but otherwise, if you're sick and you think that you need to ring an ambulance, ring an ambulance.
Because it may not be safe for them to get into their car and drive. They may not have a car. They may live many, many miles away from the nearest hospital. It's not just practical to tell people, get into your own car and drive.
No, 100% agree. So I'd say the first thing to be clear about is if you think that you need to ring an ambulance, ring an ambulance. But you may be asked to make your own way. You may be told that there are delays depending on how the day evolves.
So, I mean, it could potentially be catastrophic for a patient today in that situation.
I mean, it's impossible to predict, but it could be.
Because I remember doing an interview a few months ago with someone on the importance of calling an ambulance when someone is experiencing a heart attack or a stroke, that arrival time and the paramedic treatment that they get on board is critical to saving their life.
That is true. For those conditions where there are time critical interventions that can be offered, you're absolutely right. Every minute does count.
So what extra cover contingency has the HSE provided on the 999 calls and the paramedics in the ambulances for those who are absent because of the strike?
So I should clarify, I'm based in emergency departments and emergency medicine, but my understanding is that there are additional physician call takers in the ambulance service to support some of the harder triage decisions today, to try and mitigate the risk a little bit, but actually to provide good advice for people who are ringing. So again, emergency departments are all open. If you need an emergency department, go to an emergency department. But if you're ringing an ambulance, you may experience delays.
Are you worried that there's a real risk that people who should be going to hospital today won't?
I am worried about that, yeah. I'm afraid that people will misinterpret the availability of service because of the strike. But I would urge people, if you're sick, don't not go to an emergency department. Please do come. We're here and we're waiting for you.
So as an emergency medicine consultant, I mean, what are you expecting, you and your colleagues in your departments today? Are you expecting to be much quieter than normal?
I think we're expecting a lot more people to walk in or to self-present. So we're trying to ensure that we've appropriately staffed triage for that contingency. We're expecting that the people who do arrive by ambulance will be sick and may be delayed. So we're at full staffing, and we're planning on then. There are some other pieces that we have planned around trying to offload ambulances quickly to allow them back onto the road, so that the ambulances that are on the road are freed up as quickly as possible.
Okay, thank you very much for coming into us this morning. Dr. Rosa McNamara, HSE's Clinical Lead for Emergency Medicine.